the other night. I know this is kind of the time of year where you can feel some of that stuff out. Do you think you're going to mix that up with like a Seydoux or a Cooper in the starting lineup at any point? Or?
It's possible. They're both playing really well. All three of them are playing really well. Logi's a little ahead because he was on the team last year. He knows what we're doing. Those guys will get there, but they're both really good players. And all three of them are different. So really, regardless of who starts, they're all going to play a lot.
There was early in the exhibition, like Seydoux was in basically at the 5.
We just went with a smaller lineup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was nothing by design.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious about what you feel comfortable putting him in that spot.
Well, I felt comfortable with that lineup that was on the floor. We had enough size, based on who our opponent was. So there's times we'll be able to do that, and times we won't.
Fran, Brock Harding's mentality just seems like he's already been through an entire college basketball career, just diligent with his work ethic. And you and he both kind of said that he didn't have his best game at his exhibition, but how important is it for a point guard to have that sort of discipline, to have that work ethic, and to understand the bigger picture that there's so much more moving forward this early in his career?
I think it was really important to him to be a really good player last year, which he was, and to kind of grow into potentially being a starter. He knew he had to earn it, and he's played extremely well from June until now. We don't expect perfection every night, but we expect him to be a floor general. We expect him to engineer a victory. He doesn't feel the pressure to have to score, although he's always been a scorer, and so we'd love for him to score, but I don't want him to feel that pressure. We've got a lot of other really talented offensive players around him, and just knowing and understanding that. But I think his defense has really improved, his physicality. But you're right, his work ethic is unparalleled.
You announced Bill Maxwell's retirement. Bill announced that. Just the impact that he's made on.
Yeah, he's been here a long time, but he's been with me for pretty much 14 years.
Yeah.
We'll miss him. Andre's taken over. Bill's excited about that. We're excited about that. It's one of his, sort of proteges. A guy that he brought in that he thinks is really talented, and he's really meshed well with our players and our philosophy. But Bill has done a fabulous job, and we're happy for him. He has a position that he's transferring to that he's really excited about, and we want what's best for him.
Not very often you've got somebody that you've been with for that long. Are there kind of any lasting memories or favorite memories from your time with him?
No, Bill was very serious about his work and connected well with the players. He pushed them hard enough. And that's always a fine line with strength coaches. How do you get the maximum out of each individual? The one thing that I really value is, we want them to get stronger. We want them to get bigger and stronger. We want them to become more athletic, but most importantly, we want them to stay healthy. Keep them physically fit from the stretching and nutrition and hydration standpoint, so that they get through the season. And he's done a great job.
Fran, I wanted to ask, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Drew Fellow only played 9 minutes the other night, had some turnovers. I guess I'm curious, you think he's just trying to feel things out right now and kind of get used to the team chemistry?
He's doing great. I mean, he'll be a big part of this team. There'll be times he plays a lot more minutes than that. We did place Josh at the point some, so I wanted to do that. But Drew's practiced really well. He'll be fine.
You mentioned at media day about Cooper. He had a procedure at some point in the offseason, but what was exactly, just the nature of that?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm really supposed to talk about specifics on that, but he's doing fine now.
Brent, I'm sure you'll figure this out as the season goes along, but Josh Dix has hit some big shots for you. Peyton Sanford said, I don't know how many. Brock was that guy in high school. It's not for the moment. I guess when you get to those moments, but you have this sort of team chemistry you have, how valuable is that you can go to numerous guys and nobody's going to sit there being like, I need the ball?
I think it's really important because, if you're playing against us, you know, you're coming down the stretch, there's a lot of guys we can go to get a basket, you know, and we've kind of always had those kind of teams. And I think it's really important that you have multiple weapons. Because if you have one or two guys, everybody double teams them or denies them, and the wrong guy shooting the ball. But, you know, we encourage confidence shooting the ball. We have a number of guys that aren't afraid to take that shot. And I'll be honest with you, there's more guys on that list now than probably ever. You know, the guys you mentioned, but, you know, Coop, Seydu, and those guys will shoot the ball. Price, not afraid at all, and doing way more off the bounce. Impressed with him. So I'm really excited about that part of our team.
What stands out about Texas A&M-Commerce and being able to watch film?
Yeah,
At all yet?
don't have a lot.
Sure.
No, and they've got a ton of new players, unlike every other game you play these days. You know, a really good coach, knows what he's doing, and building something there. They've got like 4 guys back, I think 11 or 12 new guys. Veterans, guys that have been around, athletic, a lot of athletic power. Competitors, from what I've seen, you know, guard you, fight you on the glass, I mean, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've been impressed with what I've seen.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Fran.
Thanks, Fran.